Hey class, again, this is part 3 of, percents, right? Part 3 percent. We're gonna go ahead and erase this, but we're gonna do another example. All right, here we go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go from, we're going from percent to decimal to fraction. Our percent this time is going to be 75%. Okay, 75%. Now, we want to go from a percent to a decimal and a decimal to a fraction. Okay, that's our goal here. Okay, now 75%. We're going to put it right here at the bottom. Where is the decimal? Where's the decimal? Between the what and the what? Right now, it's between the 5 and the percent sign, right? I know this is a I know this is a percent, but we still have a decimal there because you can actually read this as 75.0%, right? 75.0%. Now, to go from a percent to a decimal, not hard at all, right? It's just remembering that we have to move the decimal how many times? 2 times, right? So we're going to move the 2 times to the what? To the left or the right? Percent to decimal, we're going to go which way? Left, right? So 1, 2. And now we end up with 0.75. 0.75. You can put a 0 here for, good measure, just so we can see it. And so we just turned 75% into the decimal 0.75, right? 0.75. Okay, so that's what we just did. We just converted from a percent to a decimal. Make sure you have that written down. All right, now we're going to go from a decimal to a fraction. And now we got to remember how to read this. How do we read this decimal besides 0.75? How do we read this? This is 75 what? What place value is the 5 in? That's what we got to remember. This is the ones place. This is the tens place. This one is the what? The 5 is in the what? Hundredths place, right? It's in the hundredths place. And so this will be 75 what? What goes in the denominator now? Part 1 and part 2 was tenths, right? But this was not tenths. What is this one? What will go in the denominator? That's what I'm asking you. What number goes in the denominator? 100, right? 100. So now we have the fraction 75 hundredths, which that decimal is this fraction, but we don't leave it like this, right? We have to remember to what? Reduce, right? We have to reduce. Now, we want the greatest common factor. What will reduce the 75 that will also reduce the 100? Think about quarters. What number will reduce 75 that will also reduce 100? 25, right? 25 will reduce the numerator, divide the numerator. Whatever we do to the top, we have to do to the bottom, right? 75 divided by 25, how many quarters will go into 75? That's one of the ways you want to think about it. How many quarters will go into 75? 3, right? How many quarters will go into 100? Or 100 divided by 25? 4. So we end up with the fraction 3/4, 3/4. So again, we just converted from 75% to the decimal 0.75 or 75 hundredths, right? And then we converted 75 hundredths or 0.75 into the fraction 3/4. All right? All right, that wraps up part 3. We're going to go ahead and get into now the percent equation and things like that. All right, thanks for watching.